insulated from fact. That's what the subject of the last few videos I've done the last few days has been. There is no lie that these gold-digging, psychologically disturbed women wouldn't tell. I guess I can give her credit for coming out and saying, well, I want to get married, but, you know, I'm not willing to do anything for it. Give me a fucking break. They want it all their way, guys. And it doesn't matter whether they should have a fucking straitjacket on or whether they can meander through society barely getting by and hoping to snare some guy. It doesn't matter which one. There's very, very, very few women out there that have their shit together. And I mean that in a real way, not in the lie kind of way. Like, oh yeah, I'm a good keeper. Let's sit down, we'll work on a really nice contract, right, an agreement. We'll stipulate all the things they want and see if we can come together. And, you know, fuck that. Are you kidding me? It's this sort of thinking, right? It's the reason we're here today. Whoever the dumb cunt was out there who came up with the idea of marital rape, the idea of marriage ended right there. It ended right there. That was the end of it. I don't know. I think it was back in the 70s. I did a little research on it. But, and once again, I'm not advocating having sex with someone against their will. But I think if you're stupid enough to get into a relationship with someone who's violent that way, then you better get the fuck out. There's no shortage of trains, planes, and automobiles to take you far away from that person. And I'm sorry for the complex nature of relationships, ladies. Right? Sorry, that's just the way it is. But every time I talk to one of you about anything, try and discuss a way for you to think and understand logic and reason, all I'm met with is ridiculous demands and preposterous lines of reasoning. It is so preposterous that I cannot wrap my brain around it. Whoever the woman was, she should have full credit. She should have her face, right, on the Feminist Hall of Fame, who came up with the idea of marital rape. Because at that time, I'm sure it was only about unwanted, violent sex. But see, we do take that slippery slope. And I know that that in itself is a logical fallacy. But if you look where it started and you look where we're at today, it is precisely that. Now sex has to be completely consensual. You have to have agreement beforehand. At any time during sex, even with your own wife. If she says no, stop, you have to. You have to, otherwise it's rape. The consent is revoked. It's taken back. It's so bad that a woman can even say, I had sex, and then later I decided it wasn't sex. I was tricked. The guy lied about his income. Gold-digging whore. The guy lied about his job. Gold-digging whore. He lied about the house and properties he owned. Gold-digging whore. Bing, bing, bing. And because he lied to me, it was a trick. And lying to get into my panties is akin to rape. They even drawn the nexus between lying and rape. But we can't draw the nexus between lying and fraud. Fraud within the marriage contract. Every time a woman doesn't perform, contractual fraud. Fraud is a criminal offense. Fraud can be a felony. Women should go to jail for relationship fraud because they sell themselves as one thing and they're not. Well, see, you can't do that to women, but they do it to us for real, right? In many states of the Union, if not all, you can be criminally charged for having sex with someone who's inebriated, drunk, stoned. That's rape, if they want it to be. See, what all this is about, it's not about what really is. It's about what the woman wants it to be. And when you start with the premise of the woman wants it to be a certain way, you're dealing with, again, a childlike mind. And the woman who has a childlike mind wants it to be her way or else. And it's the or else. Or else it's rape. Whether it's regular or relationship or marital. Whether it's drug-induced, whether it's inebriated rape. Right? It doesn't matter. They want the power to call it that. And so as soon as you let that camel get its nose in a tent, as soon as that shit starts coming out of the horse, you can't stop it. And you certainly can't put the shit back in the horse. Well, if we contract for so much sex, and then you ask for more or get more, then that's marital rape, because that's all we want. That's all you want, is the ability to control a man that way. Too fucking bad. See, I think I would negotiate for, let's see. Yeah, let's do a negotiation. I want sex 30 times a month. Plus 30 blowjobs. Plus 30 sandwiches for lunch. Plus 30 gourmet breakfasts that I'll decide the morning of, and you have to run to the store and get all the fucking ingredients. And then every other dinner has to be to my specifications that I give sometime between noon and 2 o'clock. Or I can refer you to an Iron Chef episode where you have to perform. Or any other cooking show for that matter. The house has to be clean. The laundry has to be washed, folded, ironed, pressed, and starched. My shoes have to be shined and polished with your pubic hair. And if you get one pubic hair on there, you violated the contract. And the terms, any violation, and there's a lot more things besides, but I'm going to stop right there. Any violation of the terms of that contract will subject you to criminal fraud, because you place such a high fucking value on you. It must be grand theft for you to steal from me the terms of that contract. And not only do I press charges criminally, but then I sue you civilly. Because I don't feel loved until every term of that contract is agreed to and then followed through by you. And it would be along the terms of the older version of alienation of affection, as it was known in law. That if you fail to live up to it, I can sue you civilly for alienation of affection. Now, you want to scream rape at any turn and every drop of the hat, just get the fuck out of here. Just get the fuck out of here. Right? No woman would ever agree to the terms I just named, even though that was only about 1% of what I would demand in a marriage contract. It'd be fun to sit down and negotiate with me. Are you fucking kidding me? I've written some fucking contracts that would blow your little minds. All you care about is not getting sex and getting all the cars and houses and shit you want. Get the fuck out of here. How's that for a fucking Sunday morning rant? Because that's when this will be uploaded by. You want it all. You want it all, bitches. And then you still want to be able to scream rape. Mgtow men, right? Learn from these bitches. If you even engage them in a conversation, they'll expose exactly who they are. They'll show you what hypocrites they are. Oh, feminism is bad. And then they turn around and say the most feminist, hardcore, stupid shit on the planet. All while pretending to negotiate a marriage thing, right? And like I said, I started out as a fucking joke, and then they throw that shit in there. And who knows, maybe that person that was pretending is a fucking guy. And he's throwing shit out there to demonstrate how fucking women think to make them look bad. It could be. Could be getting rope-a-doped. Because it's hard for me to believe that any human is that fucking stupid. I get so tired of this shit. So fucking tired of the lack of reasoning. The ability to think. Good God. It's stupid. And I see it in men, too. I really do. There's some stupid fucking men out there. You know, what gives me peace and satisfaction? A good fucking stogie. Right? A good scotch. Now I can relax. I can't imagine being tied to a woman through a fucking marriage contract. Whether it was a state contract or whether it was a special contract. And trying to live up to what one of these fucking women expect. I tried it. It's fucking impossible. Know why? Because they don't want to be happy. If they're happy, they have to say you did a good job. And if you did a good job, well, they would have nothing to bitch about. Nothing to complain. And they want the ability to scream rape. They want the ability to say you didn't do a good enough job. They want the ability to leave and lie